There was a beautiful village, and on each side of the village were two big mountains. A river divided those mountains, and the villagers decided that they wanted to build a bridge across the mountain. They built a very small, narrow bridge which allowed only one person at a time to cross it. One day, there were two goats approaching the bridge from either ends of it. As they approached, they kind of came to a stalemate where both were waiting for the other to possibly move back and allow them to pass. One goat told the other, "Move back, let me go." The other one said, "No, you move back and let me pass." They began to argue, and before they knew it, they had got into an unimaginable fight. Not realizing that the bridge was so narrow without any railings, their fight led them to both fall into the river. Another day, the same thing happened, except that these goats seemed to be wiser. One lay down and allowed the other to pass and continued her way as she went on to approach the other bank of the river. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? But it applies to us humans who will not budge and allow another car to get ahead of us, who will continue to block traffic because we don't want someone else to have the right of way, who will push into elevators and sometimes stick to each other in queues. Welcome. Welcome to today's episode of How to be graceful. If you see the definition of grace, one of it in the dictionary explains it as goodness and kindness. Basically, having the goodness to have some manners and etiquette. Why is it in today's day and age that we have reduced ourselves to graceless behavior? I have a few thoughts. One is the scarcity mindset where we believe that we don't have enough. So constantly we are trying to push our way and be first, lest we miss out on the piece of the pie. Second, we are constantly trying to prove our supremacy. We are constantly trying to showcase how big we are. So if we let another car pass or go ahead of us, we think that we've been defeated. And this philosophy of constantly trying to showcase our superiority so that we feel victorious lets us often behave quite boorishly and in animal-like ways. 3. As a community, we've never been taught about boundaries and space. We rush, not realizing that there is enough space available for all of us and personal boundaries have to be maintained. So, if you want to learn grace, first you will have to be a very solid you. Strangely, only the worthless and the inadequate want to constantly assert that they are somebody and that they have superiority. If you go with the philosophy of always wanting to be victorious, you will never be graceful. 2. Learn that personal boundaries are important, that there is time and freedom for all of us to maneuver and navigate to whatever it is that we want. And 3. People who know that they have enough and can do without are usually the people who will have the goodwill and the kindness. If you like what you hear, please do hit the like button. Please do share my video and of course continue to write to me at varkha@varkhachulani.com. Till next week, it's goodbye and thank you.